Hi there. Today we are going to talk about a very interesting data visualizing technique called a Sankey diagram or Sankey charts. They are perfectly suitable to analyze flow kind of data. And they were first created by someone called as Captain Matthew Sankey in 1898. And he created the first Sankey to analyze an energy flow of a steam engine. But my friends, we are not in 1898, we are in 2025. So the business case for you today is to analyze government spending. So government spending, you can think of it also as a flow. They have some income which is coming from the taxpayers' money, my money, your money, and then they kind of spend it. For example, they spend it on defense or they spend it on Medicare. So you can see this is a perfect example of flow. You have something which is incoming, and then you have something which is outgoing. So let us use Sankey chart to analyze this kind of data. So the data what I have for you today is something like this. You have the main category, so which could be a revenue or it could be a spending. And then within these categories, you have these subcategories. So you can see here that you have subcategories such as taxes or social security. And then at the end, you also have the value. The value here is represented in trillions of dollars. So let's now use this Sankey chart to analyze this kind of data. So this is the Sankey visualization. First of all, you can see that this is stunning. It looks really beautiful and it also gives a lot of insights. So here the first level is either it is a revenue or it is a spending. And then within this layer or level, you have the different kind of categories. For example, in the spending, you can have mandatory spending, and then within mandatory spending, you can have like Social Security or Medicare. And the width of this link is an indication of the value which is behind this spending. So you can see that this is a really powerful way to visualize the data, as well as it also gives a lot of insights. The first insight which you can quickly get is you see the spending is much more than the income. So this represents the familiar budget gap. Now let's do a quick knowledge check to see if you understood this very interesting technique of Sankey visualization. The first question coming your way is, why is Sankey chart useful? And I'll give you 1 second, just 1 second to think about it. All right, so the answer is, it is a technique to understand the flow in a very efficient way. Now let's go to the second question. What kind of data can represent a flow? And let me just give you the options over here. Population by age group, government fund flow, country GDP by year, or none of the above. The answer is in the question, and I hope you got it right. The answer is the government fund flow. Now going to the third question. What does the width of the link, what you saw above in the Sankey chart, represents? And I'll just give you 1 second to think about it. All right, it's not the direction of data movement, but it is the quantity or the magnitude of the flow. So my friends, hopefully you like this video. If you want to try out this Sankey chart without doing any complex programming or let's say complex prompt engineering, you can head over to my platform datajarvis.ai and you can try it out in a very simple way.